push this button, and I push this button, and I push this button, and I push this button, and we are live. Hey, everybody. So it's good to be back. I feel like crap, but I'm still here. Joe will be with us momentarily. He had to run real quick, I think, to the little boys' room. But neither here nor there. Just want to welcome everybody to Let's Talk and see how everyone's doing today. We're going to talk a little bit about business, and we're going to talk a little bit about crypto. And I think Joe's got a couple things he wants to talk about. Not really sure. Hey, Sharon, nice to see you. I think he said he did, if I remember correctly. And we'll just go down a rabbit hole of some type, right? Who knows? I have coffee making, so when you guys see me point to my cup and get up, you know that I am gone to get some coffee. Hey, Miss Patty. Welcome, Joe. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Are you live already?
Say hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe. Did you go live already?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I was walking around the house. Doop, 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 doop. Okay.
Doop, 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 doop. I
So,
told him you went to the little boy's room.
oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for letting me know my business. Hey,
Hey.
I got some laundry. Would you like to air it out for me? Dirty?
Yeah, really. There's a few people's laundry I'd like to air out. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't think I'm allowed.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
I don't
No,
think I'm
yeah, man.
allowed to do that.
I just looked at the market
Oh. Did you really?
just a second ago.
Did you have a heart attack?
No, I'm gonna have a heart attack when it hits 3. Actually, when it hits 2.
Mm-hmm.
If it goes down to 1,200, guys, I'm so sorry.
Well, you asked for it. You asked for it. Okay, so I read an article yesterday,
That's all
and
that. Man,
everybody
that's
has to
God. That's
forgive me.
man asking you to receive.
Everybody has to forgive me for my lack of, uh, I don't even know what the word is, but my lack of ability to give you all the details. But sometime yesterday, in my fog, I read an article, and there's a gentleman by the name of Wright. His last name is Wright, Wright. I forget what his first
Oh,
name
Craig,
is.
right? Craig,
Okay.
Craig.
And
Getting punched in the face.
everybody's a little bit mad with him. He
You
seems to
think?
believe that he can drive the price down to $800. I think he's on a power trip. It remains to be seen. See, we can't say he can or cannot do that because it's real simple. Hey, Bethany, good to see you. It's real simple. We don't know how deep his crypto pockets are, right? So we don't know. Obviously, he's proven to be a small whale so far, right? But we don't know how big a whale he is, or even if he has the ability to, move like that. So
Hey,
had a
Chris, he's the dude that said he's Satoshi.
huh? Yeah, I
He's
know.
the dude that said he's Satoshi.
Yeah, I
So I
know.
think his crypto is way deep. I
I
mean,
don't. You
they're
know.
getting lighter as he does this stuff, but I mean, as he runs the value of his own coin down, which
Mhm.
his coins all of. I mean, he is one of the ones that was right in on the very, 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 very. I mean, absolute beginning though.
Mhm.
So the dude's got deep pockets, or
That
he
and
controls on the mining,
right,
or half of it.
but the reason that and I'll reiterate and I totally agree. I concur with you, buddy. But I also want to reiterate the fact we don't know how deep his crypto pockets are because we don't know what he's done or not done or gifted or given or
Right.
God only knows what, right? Over the course of time since 2009, 10, when I think that he surfaced, or I think that he got recognized. Let's put it that way. Um,
Right.
someone asked him back then, because I read an article on that too. Someone asked him back then to prove that he was Satoshi, and he never attempted to answer them. Now you could take that two
Right.
ways, right? That's either an F you, I don't have to prove anything to you, I am who I say I am, or it's I'm going to ignore this question like it never got asked because there's no way that I can possibly prove that I am this person. So either way, I talk to people all the time that are split on it. Some people think this way, some people think that way. So whatever you believe, that's on
Well, the
you.
government couldn't prove he was. That
Yeah.
was the deal when all the charges got filed. He was
Mm-hmm.
the one that got a lot of the charges, and
Mm-hmm.
it's the government couldn't prove that he was.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, well, Satoshi's not a person. I mean, I wouldn't think. I think it's the
I'm
NSA
thinking
personally.
probably not. And
I'm thinking
that's just my personal feeling. I don't think that
it's
it's one
government.
person. Um, and
It's
and I have
government. It ain't
a
one person. It's a whole bunch
hush
of
up,
government
Joe.
people.
Hush, Joe. Hush. Don't
It's the
tell that.
government, Chris.
You're
The
gonna
government.
get people looking at you crazy. Okay, so
It's the government. I'm telling you.
I have my theories. Those of you
I
who
do
are
too. It's the
close
government.
to me know what those theories are.
Hey, you know why the government's letting this happen? Because it's the government. Everybody's like, we could do this where the government said yes or no. I'm like, that's not true. That is not true at all. If the government did not want cryptocurrency to exist, they would put a moratorium on the sale of it and the use of it right now. And
Yep.
your ass would be in violation of federal law if you touched it.
Just like they did
Plain
with
and simple.
gold.
They didn't want
Mm-hmm.
gold to be currency, and they said you can't own gold. That
Right.
happened in what? You didn't get gold back till Nixon did that, didn't he? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
My kid's named after, not after him, but same name. You know what I mean? And I'm like, guys, listen. Sorry, I had to spit this out real quick. So I didn't mean to, because it's the government. I'm telling you, it's the government. But I'm hurrying. But yeah, dude.
It's
If
the
the government
government.
didn't want this to happen, it wouldn't be happening. We are, we live, we are the most powerful government on the planet. Like in the history of man. We kick Rome's ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like, trust me, it's all okay. The government's not going to shut it down. This was their little
No,
experiment that went haywire, and they're like, holy shit.
what they
Sorry.
actually are going to do is they're going to deny vehemently that they have anything to do with it and that they are in any way associated and or wanting it to come on board in any way. And the reason is, you know, people. Well, people are people. And so you've got basically it used to be 3 or 4 groups of people in the US. Now there's basically 2. This one and this one. And you've got those that will take it and run with it and scream from the rooftops and um, you know defend it till its dying day. And then you've got this other group that if the government is behind it, they're going to run and they're going to take, they're going to take it to the rooftops and scream and holler and do crazy things. And it doesn't even really matter. Seriously, we have it, we're invested in it. But Joe is completely right. Um, if you haven't noticed
It's the
already,
government.
you might want to take notice. There's been no moratorium. Okay, there's been no cease and desist. There's been no one thrown in jail for owning it. So that in and of itself says that they at very least don't intend to stop it. Right? Whether they're in whether they're in the loop or not in the loop, who knows? Um, but they don't, at least at this stage of the game, they're not intending to stop it. And then Ohio taking it for taxes. I mean, that speaks volumes. I wonder how many other
Yeah.
states are going to jump on that before taxes are due next year. You know, it'll be pretty interesting to see how that goes, right?
I asked if I could pay my traffic fines in Bitcoin. They said no.
They said no. Because they're not hip.
They said no.
They're not hip yet.
Hey, I'm glad they said no. Hey, man,
Right?
I'm holding on. I'm holding on to my Bitcoin.
For dear life.
Hey guys, there's gonna be another big drop. I'm getting ready to put some more money in this afternoon. I'm getting ready to buy some more Bitcoin. So I just want you to know the market's gonna drop some more. Like we're looking at a good $1,000 drop. Because hey, I got some stable coin that I'm making money on, and I just can't even do that. That just feels wrong. So I'm gonna buy me some more Bitcoin. Like, oh man. And the thing is, I'm laughing about this, but there's ways to make money in every market, and I don't know. You can say it's more legwork. It's really not. All you got to do is go in and buy and sell orders. You know what I mean? And do a little watching. But I jumped on Jarris and Brandon's call last night, and they actually were showing people how to trade. You know what I mean? What they were showing was really, it's the kind of stuff that we completely forget nobody knows. You know what I mean? The stuff that you do when you really do trade. You know what I mean? Like that's like you're sitting there and you're watching the buys and sells and you're going, okay, here we go. And you're throwing buy orders in for less than what the price is. You're not going, okay, buy it at market, buy it list price or whatever. You're like, no, I'm putting it in here. Then I'm gonna set a sell order, boom, 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 boom. And what they were showing was he was tracking a whale. I mean, it was for a couple of days he's been tracking this guy that's working with 50 Bitcoin, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But I mean, the guy's made like $300,000, but he's got $100,000 a coin he's playing with, and so his profit margin, his 2% profit margin on a sell is huge. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just enormous. You know what I mean? So you're going, oh, okay, and that's how that's done. And the thing that you really need to understand though is you can do the exact same stuff with $100.
Right.
Okay. Just do it the same damn way. Don't get greedy. And that 100 keeps adding up. Just remember to calculate in your fees. You know what I mean? Calculate what your fee is, for your buys and sells, here and there and here and there, and jump out. Always jump out. Leaving this shit sitting and holding. Man, it's wonderful. It makes us nice people. We're great. We're helping the whole movement. We're revolutionary. We're freedom fighters. But we need our rice and beans. You know what I mean? An army marches on its stomach. And, we have to make our money. And it goes back to that whole thing is what's screwing the market up isn't necessarily all of us, because there's a few people out there that have more than all of us put together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so,
yeah,
I mean, it's true. I mean, and that's not, we got people buying. Chris and I was telling Chris about 66,000 Bitcoin that I bought. He told me about 127,000, and I missed that buy. You know what I mean? And you're like, what? Guys, that's institutional money. That's everything pumping up. And that's everybody coming into the market and doing it. But there's still room to make money. And I kind of got thinking on this, and the big thing that we need to get back to the point that what this is giving us an opportunity to do is open doors that never would have been open to you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You never would have been invited in the room. Nobody would have heard a damn word you said. Nobody would have cared. But with all the blockchain, and I'm not talking about just cryptocurrencies, but blockchain technology and everything. And blockchain technology is not the best technology out there either. I mean, I'm going to do both sides on this one. You know what I mean? Hashgraph's 10 times better. You know what I mean? But it hasn't taken hold yet. It's just, it hasn't. Everything's on this train, and this is the train we need to be on at the point. You know what I mean? Now, keep that other thing in the back of your mind and go look it up. You know what I mean? Always educate yourself. Most important thing. But, this doesn't matter. Being autonomous, not autonomous, anonymous. Sorry. To me, these words are all the same. Autonomy is good too. But, but you're anonymous in this. You know what I mean? You don't have to be the old gray-haired white man. You know what I mean? That's, hanging out in the country club to make a business deal or get a good investment tip on this kind of stuff. And realize that and take advantage of it. You know what I mean? This is an opportunity you'll probably never see again in your life. You know what I mean? And we need to kind of switch our focus back to that. Cryptocurrency is not the big thing. It's how we monetize this. That's all it was. Blockchain's been around a very long time. You know what I mean? The concept's been there. It's been there. You know what I mean? It just never, computing speed wasn't fast enough to do it. You know what I mean? Their computers just weren't fast enough. You know what I mean? Technology hadn't caught up to innovation. You know, um, like, one of these days when we push a button and food just arrives, you know what I mean? Hey, that idea's been there since the Jetsons. Technology hadn't caught up yet.
Right.
That's what that is. Right. So there we go. Hey, are we live?
We are.
We don't have a lag today.
Do we not?
That's weird. We don't really have much.
That's crazy. Who knows?
Oh, we don't. But
Maybe.
you know why our thing's been getting cut off, don't you, Chris?
No,
you know
I
why?
don't.
You know why, don't you?
I don't.
The government. The government. It's the government.
You even say it like
doing
those people say it. Government.
The government. Get the government.
You ain't got a lick of sense. So,
hey guys, I hate to tell you this, but I come from a family.
you know all about that government.
Than you believe.
You know all about that government.
Get the government. Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with the government as long as you're friends with the government. It's like, where you at? I'm at this government thing.
So I'm guessing Sharon said that Brandon's goal was to work his 250 up to 10,000 in 6 months. I'm guessing he started a trade with 250 yesterday. I'm just assuming.
Yeah.
I didn't see the call.
He's been doing it for a few days.
Okay.
They're doing it live, and he's doing live trading. Yesterday he was up to 244, I think is what it was. But yeah, he started off with. He didn't start with 250 though. He started with like 200, I think.
Okay.
And then he's built that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But he's been tracking that well, is what he's been doing, and he's been undercutting him, and he's just undercutting him. Boom, boom, boom. So he's been hitting every time because he's undercutting that well. You know what I mean? He found that well to follow and went, oh shit. You know what I mean? Which I don't understand why KGX isn't doing this, and KGX knows well.
My question is this:
but they've got all that.
Did he show how he found the whale?
Yeah. Well, no, he just said that he showed he was looking through the buy and sell charts and saw, but he didn't say that I didn't see him. I wasn't on in the beginning, but he didn't go to, your Explorer pages and all that. I don't think. I think he was just on Poloniex because that's the exchange he uses, and saw the buys and sells, and then kept following him. Boom, boom, boom. I'm pretty sure. But there's a way to do that if you want to, or you can go watch all the bit stuff. You know what I mean, or all the transactions, so you can see them. And that's how you find the whales. You know what I mean? And there's a website called not Whale Watchers, but Whale something. You know what I mean? And that's a way to find them too, because there's a bot out there that tracks it all and puts it on a website. Also.
There's a way to find them. Finding them is ultimately, if you're going to be serious about trading, and right now, and again, we are not financial advisors. Let me scroll that across the bottom of the screen. We're not financial advisors or
Not
financial directors. Okay, but if you're going to trade, and honestly, that appears to be, as an observation, it appears to be the only way that people are actually making any money in the industry right now, the crypto industry, that is by trading solely. So I would suggest that you track a few of the big players, a couple whales, find them, look at them, and then decide, and I'm sure Brandon did the same thing. Decide which one you want to be your compass, okay? And then allow that whale to compass you into your different guides. Again, that's it.
Exactly.
It is a little time consuming, and I think that's the biggest reason why most people want automation. That's why people want automation. They want freedom of time. I'm still not convinced
Right.
that we will be able to find, create, have, promote, use an AI that's going to be completely legal and compliant. I haven't seen it yet. I'm still waiting. But I know that there are people working on that kind of stuff. Okay, as you and I talk right now, they're working on it. They're deep down the rabbit hole with that one, because they know that people will pay. And here's the funny part. Okay, they're not going to give it to you for free. They're not even going to give it to you at a good price. When it comes out and when it is legal and compliant, when someone figures it out, they're going to charge you. And I'm just
Yeah.
saying, it is what it is. They're going to charge you. They're going to say, okay, you want to
Yeah.
trade and you want to make money, no problem. I've got the equipment that you want. I've got the software that you need, and it's going to cost you $9.99. I don't know. I'm just throwing a number out there. Okay, um, is it
Right.
worth it? That's all up to that depends on you. I mean, really, it depends on your wants, needs, and desires, and then it's going to depend on where you want to
Yeah.
go from where you are, and that's the big question. Where do you want to go from where you are? Um, there are some signal companies out there. I know some folks that love Python. I know some folks that love Unify. There's a couple other ones I'm not going to mention. Um, but you know what? When you look at those, Sharon, oh, she is really trying to pull it out.
What she
I
say?
like that, Sharon. She says, "Does that include a
What did she
license
say?
with the AI?" I don't know. I don't know
You
because
need a
if
license.
because well, if you read Kevin Thompson's
Yeah, you have
email
to be a trader with AI.
one or two back, I believe, um, he very distinctly said that you have to have a trader's license to operate trades. Now, it was unclear to me, it was fuzzy to me, and maybe I just wanted it to be fuzzy, I don't know. But it was fuzzy to me if that was for doing it for other people or for yourself as well. And I kind of got the undertone that as long as you stayed under a certain number for yourself, you were okay. I need to go back and read that email again, actually. So that's a very good
No,
question,
you'd be
Sharon.
okay if no. If you build the bot yourself, you can
Oh,
use it.
you're talking
If
about a
I
bot.
build the bot myself, trade for you or whatever, or AI, anything. AI is just a
Mm-hmm.
bot. I mean, it's all the same shit. You know what I mean? It's a
Mm-hmm.
computer doing the work for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I trade for you. I'm in securities violation. I'm breaking the law. So that's where you need the trading license.
Mm-hmm.
Period. But that's because I read a whole nother thing on it, and that's what it said. You know what I mean? It was like,
Mm-hmm.
no, 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 no. I can't take $10 from my buddy down the street and make a trade for him because I'm not a licensed trader.
Right.
Now, that's it. I can put information in front of him, let him read it and make his own decision, but I can't punch the button even. Like I can't touch the keyboard. I can't verbally tell the computer to do this. Nothing. It's kind of like the mining rigs. No one else can. You have to own your mining rigs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. And what it is the SEC's pissed, and the reason they're mad is because they made these rules, and then everybody went around them. They tried to circumvent this way and go around this way and go around that way and hopscotch, and you go, oh, we're not really doing this, we're doing this, and they're going, quit playing stupid. You're not. You figured out how to write a program to screw us over, and you're using law as your backup, and that's not right. You know what I mean?
Right.
What we made a law, and then you said, "Oh, well, you can say it this way." It's like, but you knew what we meant. I mean, this is where some what's implied is implied, and they're not playing any games anymore. They're sick of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they're like, no, 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 it's here now. We're regulating it. You need
Right.
it because you were getting scammed and crying about it. There you go. If nobody would have cried about getting scammed, this wouldn't have happened. If nobody would have taken their licks, you know what I mean? And nobody would have called the SEC about it, they'd probably still be going, what the hell's a cryptocurrency?
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be the Wild West still. There'd be no rules. But you can't have that because people were screwing people. I mean, it's the human factors what screws this stuff up, not the computer. You know what I'm saying?
I would say they were just coming straight out and stealing.
You're going to have to play the game.
You know, but what do I know?
Well, that too. But no, I know. But you know what I mean? I'm not. I don't want to come across the wrong way with that, but I'm saying this is the way they're looking at this going.
Absolutely.
Oh, you know what I mean? It's kind of. That's like being a drug dealer and calling the cops and saying you just got robbed.
However,
you know
what I want to say, and Joe, that happens all the time, but you can't fix stupid, okay? But anyway, what I was getting at, what I was actually getting at with that email that came out from Kevin was, I read it to say that if it wasn't already here, it was coming, that you would have to have a license, or you are supposed to have a license to do any type of trading. So now, you know, you've got people that argue, okay, and this is the argument. You've got people that argue in the stock market that they don't have to have a license to trade their own money. That's very true. That is very true. Anybody can open up an E-Trade account and trade stock. Anybody. There's bunches of other ones out there too. Now you're going to pay a fee because what you're actually doing is you're using their license. They've got a blanket license and they've got a server, and you're using the server and the blanket license, and it covers you on your trade. So that's what most people don't understand. Right. So I expect to see something similar coming for crypto. You know, and it'll happen. It will happen. It's too predictable. Okay, that's just too predictable. It's going to happen. When? Don't know. Who's going to win the race to the end and finish first? Don't know that either. You know, when it happens, is everybody going to try to get onto that first legal platform? Yeah, well, you know, that's a $64,000 question too. Because here's what I'm going to say about that. There's two sides to that coin. One, if it's the first legal platform, then supposedly it's legal. Okay? But then there's the flip side to that. So, do you not think that every single available person that the SEC, the FTC, and the government can have watching is going to watch that platform and wait for that one mistake? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, there's good and bad to both of those.
Government. Hey, I've got to do some calculations real quick.
All right.
Hey, I just got a thing. There's a new crypto phone out. It's it just came through on a thing. It's I'm trying to see how much it costs. It costs 19 Bitcoin or 19 Litecoin.
What?
Litecoin's what? $28 right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you get for the 19 Litecoin?
That seems like a whole.
Hey, what are you getting for the 19 Litecoin?
A phone that is a storage wallet. It's a phone that's a Trezor wallet also.
People are they're really, you know.
That's only.
They're.
Hey, that beats the hell out of $1,000 phone. It's almost half the price. It's at a set price of 19.24.
Litecoin?
Litecoin is what it's going to cost. I mean, I guess they're assuming Litecoin is not going to move, go down. I don't know. It's on AMB Crypto.
That could be really expensive if Litecoin goes back to $180 a coin.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Ugh.
hoping maybe I read that wrong.
Hmm. So there appears to be
I'm
a
still
whole
trying to
lot
find
of
a calculator. Oh, there it is.
still appears to be a lot of information swirling around out there. When it's like this, y'all,
About what?
and when it's quiet like this, you just have to kind of hang out and wait and see what breaks the water first. Um, Sharon, in answer to your question, uh, what was we supposed to remember now? I don't know. Where's the new website and ATMs and phone? Well, now, number one, let me clarify something.
Not yet.
Um, the website, the website is being built, and the old website will disappear when the new website goes live. So let's clarify that. ATMs,
Right.
you can buy the ATMs in your back office. I have not seen the printed catalog or the printed sheet that Mike spoke of. I have not seen it. I'm pretty sure that I didn't miss it, so I would say that it hasn't floated its way out yet. And the phone. Well, the phone is a hyperbole, for the lack of a better way to put it, because phones have not been confirmed. That's just a rumor. Um, and
Right.
you
Right.
know the
Well, no, he said
phone.
there's going to be a phone. Yeah,
He who
that's a weird one on the phone deal, Chris, because they said there'll be,
he
but
who
he didn't say what phone or anything. They're checking Mike.
Okay, did he say that on a public call
He
that I
did that on that
missed?
meeting on that line.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah, he said
I
it on a public call, and
I
what he
stand
said was
corrected. I
caller ID.
apologize.
He said it was on the first page of Coin. He
I
said it was on
apologize.
Coin Market was what the phone was on the first page of it. And
Mm,
there's multiple angles to take on that because there's multiple phones listed on that front page.
mm.
So don't don't make your mind up about that phone thing yet. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know enough to know about it yet. Kind of is what the deal is. But they've got to get some other shit rolling first. You know, I mean, we
Well,
can't debut that phone until the ATMs are out, and
here's
and
my
everybody's
thought
still waiting on
process.
wallets. You
Here's
know,
here's my thought
I
process
would
on phones. We're
wait on
talking
the first.
about phones, and we haven't got wallets for Green X yet. So I tend to tiptoe through the tulips, like my grandma used to say, on these subjects, simply because I don't want it to come back that it's, well, Chris said this or Chris said that. No, Chris didn't verify anything. What Chris is saying is we need Green X wallets. We need to know what activity the green miners are doing. We need the trifold with the information about the ATMs, because the ATMs are in our back office. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not going to run out and sell an ATM until I know what I'm getting. I'm going to know beyond a shadow of a doubt what's coming my way when I sell that ATM, whether it's to somebody else or it's to me. And so, since I haven't seen anything in black and white, I can't say. I can't speak to that. Are they in the back office? Yes. Are they 3750? Yes. How long does it take to get one? Don't know. How much do you get paid when you buy one? Don't know. What is the commission structure on it when it's used? Don't know. Do they have to have certain locations? Don't know. They're live in 48 states. Hawaii and Alaska did not pass. um, they did
Yeah.
not pass the test. That much I can tell you. Um, I I honestly don't know. I haven't heard. Now I've been sick, y'all. Okay, and I've only done the bare minimum of stuff, so I've missed a lot of stuff. Okay, so if I
I know,
misspeak,
but I can't tell you.
I apologize. Um, I don't even know if anyone has sold an ATM yet. I haven't heard. But again, my communication level has been very low simply because I haven't felt well. And I've been really trying to get rid of this stuff, but it's just not going away. So I hope, Sharon, that helps you. Joe and I have never avoided questions, and we never will. Okay. And that might possibly be why I don't know quite as much information as I used to. I don't know. But it is what it is.
Oh, whoops, that slipped.
It
Now
is
that,
what it is.
hey
Most
guys, I
oftentimes.
want you to know something. If you feel left out, don't feel bad because
Um,
I know all those answers, and I'm not telling you. I don't want anybody else to sell them. To be honest with you, I'm bouncing around the country signing contracts. Nobody else even gets to sell ATMs with me. It's amazing. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, everybody. That's a joke. If I knew, I'd tell you.
Joe is as full of shit as the Christmas turkey
I'm
is of
ATM Joe.
stuffing. Okay? All right, y'all.
I'm
Listen,
telling you. Yep, I'm telling you.
we love you
I
guys.
got the exclusive contract. You got to send everybody that wants to buy one. I'll give you part of my commission. Don't worry. There's a referral fee.
uh,
I said, hey, how you gonna make that money? Sucking your ass doing nothing? It said, no, I won't talk a lot of shit. they're gonna give me a raise or fire me, one of the two.
Either one would be good. So,
I'm just kidding, guys.
I'm going to say that we've been here 37 minutes. Our goal is 30 minutes. We love you guys. We
Yeah.
thank you. We really, really do. We sincerely thank you. And it's very humbling that you guys pick up these things in replays when you can't come, and you're here when you can come, and it's just a lot of fun. We may we may shift back to lives. We're not sure. Facebook claims they've got their crap together now, but I don't know. So we'll see. Um,
I
but
hope so.
anyway, tomorrow is Friday. I always look forward to Fridays, not because it's Friday, but because it's usually the day of the week that a lot of information comes out. I'm just saying. So let's see. Yes. Let's see what tomorrow brings, y'all. We love you guys. Thank you guys for coming.